Hello Canterbury and welcome to Canterbury Live, Tuesday the 14th of October. Well, yesterday we gave you a little sneak preview about Drop Your Boss. Now this is happening this Friday outside, well, on top of Les Mills, and we have many CEOs, managers, business owners that will be abseiling down the edge of Les Mills for the Youth Development Trust. And three of those persons will be Rihanna Smith, our production manager, our head of news, Michael, and Andrew Kelly, our general manager. So if you'd like to support all three of them, simply go to our website ctv.co.nz and the instructions on how to do so are right there. But it's a wonderful cause and a bit of fun as well. It starts at 8:30 on Friday. Now, next week, Empire, this wonderful showcase is hitting Horncastle Arena.
How the system should work. There's a storm brewing.
Have we tempted you? I hope so. Well, if you'd like to win a double pass to go and see Empire, really simple. You just need to send us the most outrageous costume or something you've dressed up really bizarre and wonderful through to us at CTV. Inquiries@ctv.co.nz by next Tuesday, and you will go into draw to win this wonderful pass, and what a fantastic evening it will be. But this weekend at Horncastle Arena will be a little bit different, showcasing definitely, but it's all about the home show. And if you'd like to win a pass to go along, really easy, just call through to Marianne on 03 3777 033 or go to our Facebook page. Make sure you like us, leave your details and go on to the draw. Oh, it's all about giving, isn't it? Well, coming up on today's show, we talk about art in a garden, and we meet a wonderful young lady about anti-bullying, which is a hot topic and one we should talk about more often. But first up, we're talking about heritage and Heritage Week, and I'm joined by newly elected also Andrew Turner, Chair of the Christchurch City Council Communities, Housing and Economic Development Committee. And just said you can be forgiven for not having a name badge, because my goodness, that would be a big one.
It perhaps wouldn't all fit on there.
I don't think so. I think you have to, a big medallion thing happening with you. Congratulations to you, Andrew, though. It's the first time I've met you since your new position on the council. How are you finding this new journey?
Yep, great. Really enjoying it. Really busy, but we're certainly making progress and moving in the right direction.
Oh, I think so. I think the city can all agree on that. It's a very definite positive spin, I think.
Excellent.
Yeah, good on you. So Heritage Week has just been given out, I say portfolio. It is of such, isn't it? It's been given over to you.
That's right.
Chair.
Heritage is right in my area.
Excellent.
And heritage is something that I'm very passionate about personally. So, yeah, certainly great that falls within my portfolio.
Yes, well, your background is in Littleton.
That's right.
Of course. And we're very fortunate. Unfortunately, we've lost a bit of that. The heritage buildings in Littleton, but it definitely has that substance there, doesn't it?
That's right. And I guess, a big part of Heritage Week is about connecting with that heritage which remains. And in fact, the theme of this year's Heritage Week is making connections, connecting the past, the present and the future. And a big part of that is about valuing that heritage that remains, because we have lost a lot, of course, as a result of the earthquakes.
Well, it seems simple in theory, but how do you actually make it happen?
Well, I mean, we've got a number of events, 52 events throughout Heritage Week. Well, Heritage 10 days, in fact, because it encompasses 2 weekends. 52 very different events, including there are walks, there are talks, there are all sorts of events right the way across the 10-day week. And yeah, certainly something for everybody. The opening weekend is all about connecting with the central city. A day of family fun, that's on Sunday the 19th. 22 events, including in the Botanic Gardens, New Regent Street, the opportunity to take a number of free rides on the tram, get on and off at any stop, and experience the heritage of the central city in that way.
We just touched on New Regent Street, and fortunately we went there the other weekend. We haven't been there for quite a while, and it is just looking fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, New Regent Street certainly is one of the jewels of the central city, or remains one of the jewels of the central city. And it's been great that in the middle of all of the demolition and reconstruction and everything else that's been going on, the heritage of New Regent Street has been able to be preserved, and that area is back in good commercial use again. It's really good to see.
And I like you said commercial, because I did notice there's a lot of tourists there, but come on Canterburyans, get out there and really embrace it. There's a lot of small business owners that really need us to come and support them.
That's absolutely right. Yep. Absolutely right.
So let's go back to the Heritage Week. What's the theme this year then?
Okay, so the theme this year is making connections, so connecting the past, the present and the future. And that's kind of a reflection of where we're at in terms of the earthquake and the rebuild of the central city and what comes after that. So an opportunity to reconnect with the past, but certainly to share some of the vision for the future at the same time as well through these events.
So how is the future looking though for our heritage? I mean, unfortunately the earthquake did knock it for a 6 in some respect, but there's really positive things like the Lady Isaac Theatre Royal. That is going to be incredibly beautiful once it's completed.
Indeed.
What else?
Well, my belief is that as a result of having lost so much, what remains has become even more valuable. I think people have got a view of that heritage which remains as been needing to be more recognised and been more valuable than perhaps it ever was before, because we've lost so much of our heritage as a result of the earthquakes.
Okay. A wonderful aspect about Heritage Week is that most of the events are free.
Correct. Yeah, almost all of the events are free, and a wide variety of events, so something for everybody. So really an opportunity for people to come into the central city on the 19th and connect with the 22 events there. But there are other events. Orton Bradley Park, the Spring Fair, the following Sunday, for example, is another opportunity to experience a farmstead on the Banks Peninsula and connect with the way that life was there 100 years ago. There's another event in Littleton at Grub Cottage, which is all about a day in the life of the Grubs, and that's run by the so that was the family that lived there, the Grubs of Grub Cottage.
You're just making up a character or anything like that.
Well, people should come along to that event and see how it pans out. But yeah, certainly an opportunity to see how family life was 100 years ago through the life of that family in that particular cottage.
I know we're very sport in Canterbury for such a wonderful heritage with the early settlers and so forth, but I guess exactly what you said is bringing the modern day with our children now to actually educate them, but also they're going to be very much a part of our future, aren't they?
Indeed, yep. And it's about recognising and learning about our heritage, because of course it's where we've come from that's going to inform where we're going.
You've got a very informative website though, if we're thinking, well, actually a couple of the things I would like to take my family along to, heritageweek.co.nz. Now, it is the Becca Heritage Week and it's been supported the last 5 years, so thank you to Becca.
Indeed, yeah.
Becca,
Becca have been our sponsor for the last 5 years, and we're certainly very grateful for that, or for 5 years. Of course, this Heritage Week hasn't run for the 3 years after the earthquake.
Yeah.
So when I say for 5 years, it's not 5 continuous years. But yeah, so the information is available on that website, heritageweek.co.nz, or on the Be There website, bethere.co.nz, or the brochure is available to be picked up at all of the City Council's service centres and libraries.
Fantastic.
And that's got a full programme of all the events in there as well.
Thanks, Andrew, and we will be there. Good on
Excellent.
you. Stay with us after the break. We find out about a wonderful young lady that is campaigning anti-bullying.
Let's face it, everyone has an agenda. And guess what? So do I. Every week, I'll pick 3 stories that grab my attention.
Agenda with me, Brent Goff.
For news, views and local stories, the Christchurch Star.
Avoid the monkeys when it comes to relocating. Trust A1 Movers, a family business since 1993 that guarantees a professional job every time. We carefully handle and wrap your valued items, ensuring they have a safe journey. Secure storage and insurance options are also available.
A1 Movers, the careful, caring, moving company. Oi!
Action Removals, offering short or long-term storage facilities, full packing services, comprehensive rates, all fully insured and with 6 vehicle sizes to choose from. Earthquake repairs? Action Removals pack, move, store and return your valuable possessions stress-free. Action Removals, a family business that has been operating in Christchurch for over 10 years. Action Removals, your one-stop removal service on time, every time. 0800 222 526. Come on down to Ferrymead Golf. Care for a game of paintball? How about some swings on the old driving range? Or on our par 3 9-hole golf course? Test your skills on the mini golf course or have a go at the air gun shooting range. Then relax at the Wow Cafe with one of our super succulent Wow Burgers. Whether you want to perfect your swing or are looking for a fun family day out, come down to Ferrymead Golf, 50 Ferrymead Park Drive, right next to the Ferrymead Heritage Park.
Southern Newsweek is an Otago-based news bulletin. Produced locally in Dunedin, it's your chance to catch up on everything that's happening in the community. Southern Newsweek, Saturday at 6:30 p.m. and repeated Sunday at 10 a.m. right here on CTV.
Well, unfortunately, bullying is something that is very much well alive in our community, and it affects all ages, workplaces, at home, so many. And sometimes it takes one voice actually to stand up and do something about it. And I'm very fortunate to be joined by Nikita Turner, who's definitely doing something about that.
Awesome, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're more than welcome, and you're using your voice as a part of this anti-bullying campaign.
Yes.
But let's get back to the start. What was the point where you realised I need to do something about bullying?
So I've experienced bullying quite a lot throughout my life, and I'm just seeing people around me, like my friends and you know, my family, going through those problems, and it was quite gradual, but it got to a point where I was like, you know, something needs to be done because it's not being dealt with. And yeah, so then that's how One Voice started. It was just a little idea, and I went into lots of different schools around Canterbury, and I interviewed about 180 kids and got their experiences about bullying and wrote a song through the inspiration of those interviews. So yeah, it was really cool.
Was there a theme that came out from those interviews then, Nikita?
Yeah, I was really shocked to see how many kids had been bullied. Like, there was nobody who that I interviewed who hadn't been, and yeah, it was just it held people back from achieving their full potential, and that's what really, yeah, it just really inspired me to push this project forward, and it was really interesting. So,
social media is a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, big time. Cyberbullying, you know, it's becoming so big, like Facebook, well, not so much Instagram, but, you know, all those kind of things. It's so massive and it's so easy, you know, to just post a comment or whatever, and it can hurt so much, so yeah.
So what's your suggestion? Because I hate to label people, but a lot of girls do it, don't they? Girls are quite bad for doing that sort of thing. It's that nasty schoolyard is coming into the World Wide Web with these comments. What do you say to those girls who maybe might be annoyed at someone at school, but they make that flippant comment?
Yeah.
Then of course then goes viral.
I know, exactly. You've just got to think before what you do, like, honestly, that you just gotta stop and just read the comment and not post it, and, you know, think of the consequences, and it's just those little things, and if you think of what it could do to that other person, even though, you know, you might want to hurt them, just change that. You know, it's so easy not to post that comment and just make it all right. Like, oh, you can so change your ways.
So maybe write it down, but write it down.
Yeah, exactly, rather than
and then
post
walk
it.
away.
Yeah.
and then
Exactly.
reflect. I think that's some really great advice. So let's talk about One Voice and your
Yes.
song. How did this come about? How did actually you get it produced and made?
Just basically asking people for help. That was such a key thing in this whole project. Without the help of others, it could never have been done. And that's a massive lesson that I've learned just throughout the whole thing, that if you don't ask for something, you might not get it. So I just went and approached like heaps of people, like recording studios and film editors and makers, and they all just came on board, and basically I shared the idea and wrote the song, approached singers for a choir, and I don't know, from there it just started coming together, and then we had One Voice.
But I think that comes down to bullying affects, as we said before, affects everyone.
Exactly, and that's why they were so
indirectly.
keen to hop on board.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's wonderful. And for the viewers, we actually got your song to play at the end of the show today,
awesome.
which is really cool. So what's the next step, Nikita?
So recently I partnered with an organisation called Zeal and their project Live for Tomorrow, and we've created a resource discussion pack, and it's free and it's online, and basically it's just to start a conversation within schools and get schools involved to come against this bullying problem. And it's got discussion points on the music video, it's got help for the bully and also the victim, and messages from celebrities, a whole lot of range of different things, and it's awesome to send out to schools and communities and youth groups and a whole lot of other places that could use it. So great tool.
It is very cool. So what do you hope to achieve from the song then at the end of the day, Nikita?
Just to start a discussion and just come against the bullying problem, just raise awareness basically, and help people change their ways, and support people who are going through this. So yeah.
What's one piece of advice if there's someone at home that's watching and they are quietly, and I say quietly, being bullied?
Yeah.
What can they do if they feel they don't have the courage at the moment to stand up to them?
Well, I reckon the biggest advice that I could give is just tell someone. Like, it could be a parent, youth leader, one of your teachers, just someone who you trust. And if, when you share your problems with someone, it can take, the load off you so massively, and they can deal with it, and it will it's a big process. But if you tell someone, it will just help you so much get through it. So. Yeah.
So it's really about sharing it, isn't it? Sharing your problem, that old saying.
Yeah, if you keep it inside, it's gonna, it will bottle up and just make it so much worse for you. So, yeah.
Oh, well, I wish you all the best, and
Thank you so much.
It's amazing what you've done in such a small amount of time, but just shows the need that we have for a voice to get across in Canterbury or nationwide. So well done, and all the best, and we look forward to hearing your song later in the show.
Thank you so
Stay
much.
with us. After the break, we'll talk about art in a garden.
The world has a great deal to tell. Journalists from across the world report on their home nations and the experiences of the people who live there. World Stories.
Get rid of that damaging and unsightly moss, mould and lichen from your path, drive or roof with Mossbuster. Mossbuster is a no-bleach, non-abrasive, biodegradable solution that has over 35 years of proven results. Mossbuster costs less than half the price of other well-known products and can be yours for less than $1 a litre. You just spray it on and let Mother Nature do the rest. Check out our website to find the best solution to your moss, mould and grime problem. Order online or call us now on 0800 88 1000.
Welcome to Caltex Redwood. We're a family-owned business proudly supporting our local community. We're open 24/7 for fuel and shop goods, and we have an amazing team of people ready to help you. Save at least 6 cents per litre using AA Smart Fuel cards. We also offer great value on our LPG bottle fills. We have a full workshop and Bridgestone Tyre Centre. Our mechanics and tyre technicians will get your car sorted. Caltex Redwood. We're just down from St Bede's on Main North Road. Caltex Redwood. What drives you?
Do you wear an earpiece or earmuffs? Do you have trouble hearing people or the TV? Do you suffer from itchy ears? Then it's time to clear the ear. Their gentle microsuction technique is safe and efficient and performed by a fully qualified, trained, registered nurse. Call for an appointment or Clear the Ear can come to you. We also have swim, noise or aeroplane plugs. 0800 Air Clean. We were in behind the Rose and Thistle, but have now moved opposite St Andrew's College, 304 Papanui Road.
Looking for that perfect gift for a loved one? Wanting to add some vibrance to your home, or just looking to brighten up your workplace? No matter the occasion, the Hitching Post has something for everyone. Lose yourself in their extensive range of homeware, art, glass and plasma cut metalwork. The Hitching Post is your one-stop shop for great style and quality. So come on down to the Hitching Post, 722 Marshland Road.
The mission statement of Red and Black Sport is always to bring a voice to achievers in sport, be it Canterbury, New Zealand or internationally. We'll continue to do that here on CTV with Red and Black Sport. Don't miss it every week.
I think I've got my scary makeup on today because Pip and Penny are looking quite frightened here, but I'm sure if I was in their garden, then they would be okay. They'll be in a safe zone. Welcome to Canterbury Live. We've got Pip Miller, who is the co-organiser, and Penny Zeno, owner.
That's correct.
Of the garden, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get back to basics. So what is art in the garden? Pip,
Art in the
Penny?
Garden is an exhibition of artworks. It's mainly it's all New Zealand artworks, and it's sculpture and which is actually placed in the garden, which gives every sculpture a completely different feel as opposed to a gallery. And then there's paintings and pottery and glass in an old 1890 barn. So it's quite a big day. There's over 300 pieces there every year to see. And it's very child friendly. We get about 2,000 to 2,500 people a year, and it's a day out really. There's a cafe and there's children's art classes and other things.
Great. So Pip, where is it held? Let's get the basics out there.
In North Canterbury, in a little township called Harwardin. So it's inland on the road up to Hamner Springs, and it's just over an hour on the north side of Christchurch.
It's a beautiful drive up there as well, isn't it?
Through the Waipara Valley.
Yeah.
It's a great day out. It's an easy commute from Christchurch, and we get the bulk of the people are Cantabrians that come up, but we also get people from further afield, from Auckland. We get a few from overseas each year.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Coming from Southland, Otago,
Wellington.
All round.
Great. So it shows it's getting a lot of support. So what can we expect to see at the event?
Well, this year we've got some. We've got some good guest artists. Ben Foster's an extremely prolific and wonderful sculptor, and Nick Dillon is the painter we've chosen to be the guest artist. And both those two people, I would really endorse. Their work is exceptionally good, and we're also illustrating two children, which you would like to talk about, perhaps.
So we kind of foster children's art as well, and one of the ways of doing that is we've invited a guest artist who this year is Henry Turner, who is an incredibly talented 14-year-old from West Melton, and he's at Burnside High. Right. And his artwork is just amazing for a 14-year-old, and his outlook on life is amazing as well. A lot of his proceeds that he gets from his art, he actually puts back into the community. He's passionate about wildlife and endangered species. So a lot of his, the proceeds from his work, he actually helps buy traps for predators in the Arthur's Pass region.
What an old soul in 14 years, isn't it? How wise.
Yes.
And definitely a name to look at for the future then.
Oh, I think so, very much so.
And Penny, for you, a gracious thing to open your home to provide such a wonderful landscape for all this art.
Well, it's actually, part of the joy of it is sharing it, really, and it's become very well known, and I'm really delighted to be able to do it. We have quite a strong emphasis on charities as well. We like to support the Cancer Society and Mary St John, and that's have been our two charities for many, many years now.
That's wonderful. So Pip, what's one of the artists that you're looking forward to this year? Because you must be spoiled each year. I mean, you obviously have to ask a lot of people to be a part of it, but is there any one artist that you're actually particularly looking forward to this year?
Having mentioned Henry as our youngest artist, I think it'll be great to see his work. Also, Jeff Williams, who was our People's Choice last year, he's coming back with a number of pieces this year. So it'll be interesting to see what he's going to present us with this year, which will be great.
So there's a wonderful website, which to wrap things up, but artinagarden.co.nz. There we can find out all about the venue. Thank you very much, Penny, and time and dates and so forth. And remember, it is supporting charity, but what a wonderful event to take your family to, and a gorgeous drive out there to North Canterbury. Thank you, ladies. I hope it's a wonderful success. I'm sure it will be again. It'll be great. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. We're now going to have Nikita Turner's song, and don't forget, tomorrow we have Elite Pest Control here. Take care. See you tomorrow.